Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it, and appreciate you holding a hearing on this important topic. Look, there is nothing more important than protecting our kids. When you talk about looking at what's happening to the next generation, I think it is imperative that we step up and do better, do more to make sure that we are safeguarding, putting up guardrails, calling things out where they are. And so I appreciate you all being here to discuss this important topic. I mean, the perils of the digital era are literally turning the American dream into a nightmare for so many families, not only in my state, but literally across the nation. I wanted to start with you, Mr. Fizero. Is that how you say it? Fizero. Okay, there you go. Look, you, I had intended to be in front of you and ask some questions when you appeared before the full committee last month. I went back and looked at some of the written testimony you submitted to the committee, and one anecdote in your testimony really struck me. You recounted that you were taking a half-a-mile walk on a beautiful day on the beach, and during that relatively brief period of time, you counted 67 children and teens on their phones. And you also said that then you came across a lost child who couldn't find their parent. You concluded with a statement that statistically at least 25% of those children will be victimized.
Yeah.
In addition to reforming Section 230 and passing bills such as Stop CSAM Act, I am of the view that one of the things that Congress needs to do is ensure that social media platforms verify the ages of their users rather than relying on, kind of them to do that themselves. And we all know that typically what they say, you can't be on there until you're 13, but they never verify that, so that's just meaningless. I co-led another bill during Congress, the Protecting Kids on Social Media Act, that addressed this issue. Given your background and experience, do you have any views regarding how Congress may best approach the age verification issue?
Yes, device-based. Your phone knows how old you are, right? So if I'm 10 years old and I try to download Snap and I try to get on it, it knows that I'm not. So even Raven's been working on text, but the solution is really device-based because we know that. And even parents today can't even understand, like, if parental controls, there's like 51, each one has a different one. What happens if we were able to create one where a parent can press a button to prevent their kids and that information from going on? And it's not even a privacy issue, is because the phone knows how old they are. So
the phone knows how old you are, because when we as parents, if you were to go and get your child a phone, you're saying we have to give that information when the phone is purchased.
Correct.
Right?
So
So the information exists.
It's there. It's right there.
It is already there. So then enforcing this, making these companies actually be able to not download an app, let's say, if you know that the child that owns the phone is under the age of that of which it should be available, shouldn't actually be that hard. And that kind of sort of seems that it would go into an app store.
Yes, and the apps would actually talk to the actual store that in, whether it be...
So what you're telling me is we have all of the information we already need to help protect our children
Correct.
when it comes to age verification. We just have companies that are unwilling to do the hard thing that would be the best thing for our kids.
Well,
really, it's actually relatively easy.
I guess the companies, they want the kids on their platform so they can sell them whatever, I think that's the challenge. So the technology exists, and not only that, something along that thing as a solution would actually help parents, because parents don't understand every new app that comes in. So you give parents the ability to protect their children at home. I mean, to me, what's better than that?
Yeah, absolutely. As a parent of a 14 and a 15-year-old, say amen, right? I mean, this is the exact thing. We've got to make sure what we know now versus what we knew when, all of this began, and then the rise in social media and the nexus to the lives of our children. We have a duty and an obligation to do something about that. And what I hear you saying to me today is these companies already have this information. And so it is a choice that they are making with regards to allowing these things to be downloaded on these phones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's a choice that we should take away from them and make sure that we're safeguarding our kids. I know I am almost out of time. Is there anyone else that has anything to add to that particular topic? Well, see, it sounds like we found a winner here, right? We figured it out. Mr. Chairman, thank you. I won't go over my time, but really appreciate you bringing light to this so that we can hold people accountable and we can safeguard for our kids, their ability to learn and grow and explore, but to do that in as safe an environment as possible. So thank you.
Thank you.